Welcome to the On Repeat podcast
with Connor Farrell and Harry James.
All right, welcome back to the On Repeat podcast. I have to keep getting used to saying that because it hasn't necessarily sunk in yet. But
We're finally in person as well.
I know it's been a little bit of time.
It has.
We will have hopefully at the start of this one had our lovely new jingle that Connor's
100%. I wonder if anyone noticed the past 3 episodes were just completely AI generated. We weren't doing them at all.
Connor's gone down a rabbit hole.
I have.
I think it's bearing some kind of fruit though, because it's very easy to go down them and just kind of play with things rather than actually use them for anything.
100%. 100%. Like,
when it first came out that you could like make you do whatever photo you wanted.
Yeah.
You know, like say, take this person and put them, I don't know.
I don't want to go all like, I don't want to go all Gary V in the first 2 minutes, but like obviously everybody knows all these AI things are out at the minute, and most people are using them to make memes, right?
Yeah,
and it's
that's
hilarious.
the internet for you.
But to be honest, like on a deeper level, like the more advanced tools, I mean the ones you got to pay for, yeah, obviously, but the more advanced tools are like really, really getting to the point where for businesses they are like, so you know when you see all these spammy videos like with AI you can 3 times your output as a business and all this, like
Connor's going to start offering in the new year that he'll be your AI consultant.
yeah, no, but genuinely like the stuff that you can do with some of these tools.
It's like automation, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does just make your life easier. And you know what I've been doing with my extra free time that I've had from automating loads of stuff?
Gaming.
Staying away from technology, like genuinely. Like I, as you know, got a record player. I've been getting some vinyl records, and I've also been getting back into reading. 2 reasons for this. One is because I'm trying to retrain my attention span because it is
so bad at
destroyed from scrolling, literally. So I've been getting books. I'm currently reading It by Stephen King.
Oh, yeah?
So
having a weird digital
book.
detox while also learning about AI at the same time.
So it's like these 2 extremes where AI is actually helping me when I'm on something digital. It's helping me get things done 3 times faster, which means...
So you went, these stupid videos that like you could 3x your output, and then 30 seconds later you go, oh, I've 3x'd my output.
Well, okay. That was a strange coincidence that I said that. But no, like what I mean is...
It's helping you get off things
quicker.
quicker.
So like it means when I've got to do things digitally, like say... I've been trying to up my social media posting, right? So, like, when I've been trying to think of ideas of what to do, it's like you could spend the whole day sitting there and then, whatever, with obviously using, like, AI
and prompts
things,
for stuff.
using it as suggestions and stuff and whatever. Like, it is sort of like a bounce off.
3x your output.
Yeah, 100%. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, hey, Jarvis, whatever.
Hey, Jarvis?
Yeah. From Iron Man. The butler guy, like the AI butler thing.
I'm not as Marvel DC nerdy as you are.
So I've been using like...
I haven't seen loads of new social media posts from you in the last week or so.
Well, no, but they're in the pipeline.
Okay, we've got a manifest.
They're in the same folder as the social media clips for this podcast that I just haven't posted yet. When I can get the AI to make the post for me, that's when I'm gold.
There's a thing called Roller.
Okay.
ROLLA maybe, or Reela, RELLA. There's I've seen recently that is online app that you post whatever content you want into it, and it clips and chops and changes it for each different social media.
Oh, that's so good. See what I mean? It's just the world is so good.
Like I figured this a while ago that Instagram and TikTok want different things. Yep. This is probably a very inside baseball start to a podcast again, but we'll talk about the Christmas and tunes and stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
On TikTok, you're often posting to people who've never seen you before.
Yeah, very different. Yeah.
You can get away a little bit more on Instagram with posting stuff that's more in your world, whereas like TikTok, you're kind of like preaching to the unconverted rather than 100%. On Instagram, it's more your own followers.
Yeah, I think TikTok is more hook heavy. Like you've got to get that hook, and the thing is like it's so good for generating these hooks. You know what I mean? Like obviously like simple ones like one that I've got in the pipeline, for example, is a video, and it's like, you know, hey, if you're booking a live musician for your party or event, here's 3 things that you should know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that, like which is obvious, but it's like it just gives you a big list of those hooks that it's so easy to then just film them using the knowledge that you know. You know what I mean? And
So you're removing the M dashes from everything, the kind of little signals that
see,
you can tell.
I don't
it's
have
ChatGPT.
them because on the Pro version it uses the newer GPT models,
Okay.
so it's like I think it's like 1 or 2 versions ahead of what is available to free users.
Yeah, okay.
And the difference in the responses is just it's scary, to be honest.
Almost like ChatGPT responses currently already they have like almost like an accent in the way that they reply. That's a great question. I'll try and answer that for you, giving you the best of this and
It's
this.
too posh. You need like a Scouse version, like, you know what I mean?
You can train. I think you can. I remember hearing someone saying that they got theirs to call them like La or whatever.
Yeah, you can train.
You can tell it to
I
be
don't
like,
know
call me
about
lad.
on GPT, but I know with certain AIs you can train them on voices and things.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a company that is currently working to where you can basically send in all photos and videos of like your nan, right? And then basically like it trains
upload your nan to the
on her
cloud.
voice. So like when your nan dies, rest in peace. Like you can basically
Rest
still
in PC.
Exactly. You can still talk to your nan, even though it's not your nan, but it's your
Is
nan's
this the
voice.
thing that, you know, we people talked about in science fiction back in the day, where it's like, if you could upload your consciousness to a computer, you never really die, and you could download into
It's that.
Is that this? Is
like
this the
that
fucking start
Johnny
of that?
Depp thing, Transcendence or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like,
But so if it gets so good to the point that you can't distinguish between the AI and the person who you've trained the AI on,
yeah.
what is there a difference?
Well, this is
The soul's
thing.
not in there, but they communicate
But
in
here's
exactly
the thing,
kind of way.
and we're going to go deep on the On Repeat podcast
Like,
now.
okay,
The
so
thing
if it
is-
can't do putting it into a human body that can walk around, but it could do it in a phone call.
Yeah.
Because if it can emulate someone's voice, but it could also say what they were going to say.
Yeah.
You could call someone who's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Or you could have a phone call with
That's what I'm
Elvis or
saying.
something.
It's it's £1 billion industry soon.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, like, imagine what people would pay, even if they know it's not real. If it's like them enough, it will convince their brain they're having a conversation. And imagine what people would pay to be able to just have one last conversation with somebody.
A sense of closure, even though it's icky and a robot and stuff. If you can't tell the difference.
But it comes this thing is like this soul thing, right? This is what I'm thinking with the AI music thing.
We got very deep.
Hot
8
take.
minutes into the podcast.
Hot take, yeah. No, but hot take on the AI music thing, right, is like people say, like it's got no, like people saying, like it's no soul, it's made by a robot. Listen, I listen regularly to AI-made covers music, right? All the time, right? And I will tell you that when it comes in with a guitar solo, I am feeling the bend. I'm like, what? Like, that's amazing. Like, I am telling you.
Connor drove into the car park today, blasting what was like a rocky version of I Want It That Way. And then he comes in and he goes, listen to this, and plays an 80s version of Angels, Robbie Williams.
so
and it's
good.
unreal.
Yeah. No, like, you know, the sax solos. Oh my God, the sax solos are unreal. And the thing is, so what I have now discovered is what people think is feeling, what people think is soul is not. It's just basically,
Imitation
it's
of
just,
stuff we know, yeah.
maths and sound waves that you go. And I know that sounds that sounds horrific, but if you really boil it down, everything, like, it's cool. And I love all the spiritual stuff and whatever, but at the same time, when you really boil it down, it makes you think. If a computer that's just made all this up out of numbers can make me feel like this.
It's like film and TV. You know it's not real, but it still makes you feel stuff.
Well, you've just got to
If you're
watch.
scared at watching a horror movie, you're still feeling that. It's made up.
Yeah.
It's acted.
Yeah. People say, people will never feel emotion for a robot. Like, have you watched WALL-E? You know, like
anything animated.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. And have you seen the new So Disney have now got an Olaf. Have you seen this? Right, you know Olaf from Frozen. So they've made a robot Olaf.
Do you want to build a robot?
It walks around the parks, and it's coming in, I think, March to Paris and Tokyo.
Oh, so you're gonna miss it.
Yeah. But so basically, it walks around and you can have a conversation, and it's made off Josh something, the guy who voice acts Olaf. It's modelled on his voice, but it runs off like a custom GPT model, and you can have conversations with the robot and like with Olaf, and it literally is animated by the Walt Disney animators, like the robot's animations, and it looks like
alive.
he just walked out of the thing, and it sounds like him, and it's just made me think that the world is so cool, because I've always been like, when I was a kid,
you are a big kid now.
Yeah,
still.
I've always been somebody who loves technology, and I've always watched like Blade Runner and be like, that's sick. And now it's just like, you look at cars driving around now, and it's like, slowly, because it's been like a slow progress, you don't realise, but if you just close your eyes and you just open them on like looking at a motorway, preferably not in the middle of the road or something, but like if you're just on the motorway and you just look at the cars now with the like big long like LED strips across them,
quite retro futuristic.
Everything
again,
is
isn't it?
looking very futuristic, Blade Runner, cyberpunk, like, you know, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what happens. And one good thing about what we do is, to bring it back to music, is that I think our job is very, very gonna benefit from this, because
It's not only that it's safe. I think we're quite safe from.
No, it's the opposite.
It's gonna be improved,
because the thing is like every expert, the one thing they're all saying, every AI person is saying, when digital stuff is all took over by AI and all these jobs and whatever, what people are gonna crave is real events, live stuff. That's why concerts are through the roof, because human connection will be what matters. You know what I mean? And you know, and so it's gonna be a weird situation where I genuinely think out of potluck, and I might be wrong, but I genuinely think we're in one of the only jobs that we genuinely work bringing real joy in real life to people, like, you know, and bringing.
And it's completely random, because it's just human connection stuff, isn't it?
100%.
And we didn't pick this job going, this job is going to be safe from a technological
I mean, that didn't
revolution.
even exist 10 years ago when I was like, you know, when I was.
It just falls in your lap, doesn't it?
But I just, and I just think, though, imagine soon what the show that me and you are going to be able to put on, you know, with the way technology's going, where you'll have some like AI lighting thing that you set up, and it'll be shooting lasers.
Yeah, well, it's already DMX on stuff, but it'll be like even smarter than DMX.
Like, it'll just have a sensor, and it'll have like a sound and a light visual sensor, and it will make custom real-time lighting shows for what you're doing and everything. I mean, imagine technology soon when they start building like AI enhancements into speakers, where it can basically, like, you know, look at your environment and it'll tailor the EQ with AI perfectly for the room.
I wonder if I think that tech must already exist.
Well, you know, Waves.
Well, big tours will have a mic that they stick in the
100%.
middle of the room.
They do a what do they call it? I did it in uni. They do like a thing, like where, like an
almost like a
impulse response,
impulse
right?
response, yeah.
So they'll take an impulse response and they'll look at the graph and they can do custom
You can see dead spots in the room 100%. And stuff like it.
As I say, just things like that, where like it'll just take off. Like Waves have got an EQ plugin now that basically is AI, and so you get.
Oh yeah, there's one called Soothe AI or something as well that does all your mixing, not mixing.
That's what I mean. So
mastering.
it's not generative. I'm somewhat on the fence against this generative stuff, but in terms of like,
fuck off, you literally just driven,
no,
blasting 80s AI covers and stuff. I'm against this generative stuff. I'm not into all that.
Yeah. Well, no, look, okay.
I'm pretty sure you used AI for our brand new
Well, anyway,
theme tune.
my thing is that actually that was from
both.
that was from a model that I pay for that actually gives royalties to the voice actors that the
It's
voice was
emulating.
trained
Oh, right,
on.
okay.
So
it's
you know,
fair
I'm
trade
ethical.
AI slop.
I'm always ethical with it, unless it comes to listen to bootleg Robbie Williams 80s things. Like the AI thing is quickly becoming my 2025 LimeWire, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so sick though. It is so sick. And you think what more possibility we got when we first started using the internet now compared to what is actually possible
the
to
progression
change
is
in
just
life.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't wrap
If
my
you
head
think
around.
that there's not one aspect of modern life that you couldn't have something where AI could streamline something for you.
100%. It's like having a personal assistant, whatever, or whatever, a secretary, whatever.
But the most intelligent version
but
of
that
that ever.
has access in seconds to every bit of knowledge that we currently have. It's just it's insane. And
I've seen you've got in the last few weeks because we talked about it a bit on a
my
podcast a few
my
weeks
Christmas
ago.
posters were insane, weren't they? Remember Claremont Christmas posters that I sent
Oh
you?
fucking hell!
They were great, man. Unbelievable. Yeah.
I can remember me in a red sequined outfit. I can't remember what.
No, because you had antlers like Rudolph
yeah.
and the red nose. Brackley.
Wasn't there an inappropriate one of Carlos?
Culturally inappropriate. He was
Only culturally inappropriate.
He was in a Santa suit with his guitar, but with a Mexican hat on. And then Brackley was an elf. But Brackley liked this. Brackley said he was happy with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everything when it comes to being self-employed though, on a genuine side, a lot of people struggle with being self-employed because of outgoing costs. So you've got advertising, you've got social media, content creation, you've got your website, you've got all this stuff, right? And then even if you're building a social media profile, a lot of new musicians, they're kind of I don't know how to make it look good. I don't know how to make it look professional. And now it's you can, you know what I mean? You can just
Anyone
go on
who
it.
isn't able to make it look decent and professional is actually just not trying anymore.
100%.
Because there are so many tools out there that help
But
you.
there's just so many people that are behind on the times, and I almost want to slap them. Where you see, and it's people are trying to do stuff, and you're you realise if you
It's like it's still the 90s for a lot of people,
If you type this into ChatGPT, you would literally have the answer that you need in
Even
2 seconds.
Even sadly, set lists, obviously you have to try
Oh
them
my
in
God.
the room to figure out. I've had a different realization.
Okay.
I've done something a bit different with my set list. I've tried to spreadsheet my set lists. I've tried to Excel my set lists.
Okay.
So writing down everything I've currently got, I
Yep.
don't know, 150 songs or something that I can flip between.
Yep. Okay.
Grouping them in either upbeat or chilled or both, because if I can play a nice chill version of it, then whatever.
100%.
And then grouping them in capo position so I could put them all together in a mashup without having to move my capo.
Okay.
And then, or vibe or decade.
Yep.
So writing the song and then giving them a sort of tag for all of these factors.
Okay.
And then you can be I need a 90s mashup, and you can filter 90s, filter capo too, and then that does your setup for you.
So sick.
Yeah.
But here's another thing.
But you're also just going to say, ChatGPT, give me 150 varied songs for a popular
Here's what I've
playlist
been
in
doing.
the UK.
I'm going to put this out here and everyone's going to coffee off me. I know it, but here's just something that I thought of doing that works. And it's
I
amazing.
think I know what you're going to say. Is this that you put your set list in as it currently stands and say, give me a few more like this?
It's better than that. So, we do mashups and we do them in certain keys, right? With chords. So I go, right, here is 3 songs I play using these 4 chords, right, as a mashup. And I will go, and it will literally take those 4 chords, scan every song in existence, compare them with the ones I already do so they fit in, and it'll give me a list of 10 songs that I can go straight into, with the same chords and everything. But it gets better than that. That was on the normal GPT. Since I've upgraded to the Pro now, right, it literally now, since I've on the better one, it goes more detailed. It's step by step describes exactly exactly what parts of the song make the
and
best transitions.
It goes, like if you just do stabs here and then crescendo into the
literally,
change.
yeah. It literally tells you how to like step by step do it.
Surely you have to basically then take that as a bit of a recipe, try it, and then tweak it yourself.
I played it in the bedroom, like what it told me to do, and I was just like,
this is better than my set.
I was just like, what have I been doing for the past 10 years? Like, why have I not thought of these songs? You know what I mean? Like, the 2000s mashup, man, it gave me. I was just like, every song, I was like, I would be crying if someone was playing that on stage. Yeah. It's just so good. And it's like, you know, and it's great as well, because at the end of the day, right, you've got to look at it this way, is that every musician's got access to this. So every musician will have a killer set list, and anyone that doesn't is just being lazy because it's access.
The one thing that I still think is a niche point of where you bring a bit of humanity back into it, and I've always thought this. You know, if you've seen wedding bands, and there's the wedding band set list that's got Uptown Funk and Get Lucky. There is the archetypal UK wedding band set list. 100%. I can write it down to
everyone plays
1 hour sets.
Yeah. Sweet Caroline.
Brown Eyed Girl. All those kind of sit down. All those kind of tunes. Right. The ones that always get the best reaction. Aren't always necessarily the biggest songs. They're the ones people forgot that they know really well.
100%.
If you can play a song live to a room of people and people know all the words, but they can't remember why they know all the words.
Yes.
Like, I'm Luke, I'm 5, and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round and is JCB. Put that in your set list 100%. And people be like, that's fucking cool that he's playing that, because it's not a normal mainstream, everyone knows this song kind of song.
100, but that is the magic of like, right, this is what I'm trying to say, is that same with music as it is for my, like, for general life, is that AI does like 95% of all the annoying bit that you don't want to do, right? So then that little
frees you up to think about the little sparkling
bit of creativity you want. The same with me is that now like AI has made everything that I need to do that maybe like would have took me 4 hours to do admin in the morning. I get it done in half an hour now. So what do? I go for a walk with my dog. I do something in the real world that makes me feel like a fucking human. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing about it, is that it actually goes, you know, all this like digital crap that you've had to deal with for like a decade. Now I'll just do all the digital side for you really quickly, and you can get on to enjoying your life and being a human and doing all these. Like I was thinking in January, I've got a bit of free time, and now I was like thinking like I might take like, it's gonna sound really stupid, but I was thinking of like learning to paint, like, because because the thing is, right, is that like, but this is what I'm saying, you know, these people
this week on the podcast, what has Connor spent his money on? An easel and loads of paint and paint brushes.
No, but the thing is like, I'm gonna say that AI is gonna be really beneficial, like especially for me.
Well, you've tripled your productivity. You've also got a spider web on you.
Yeah, it's like, it's really beneficial to mental health, because like, I mean, it has been for me, because the thing is, right, we all know that we stare into a screen for 8 hours a day is not good for your mental health. My discipline
currently for that is terrible.
Your dopamine, nervous system, everything is shot looking at a screen for 8 hours a day. But now I don't. I look at a screen for like an hour and a half a day, and if I want to do most things, I've got my AirPods on. I literally speak to ChatGPT in my headphones like a conversation with someone. And
you are Will Smith in iRobot, aren't
like,
you?
It's like, honestly,
putting Superstition on your record player, putting on your brand new pair of Converse.
Have you seen the AI lights I've got?
Oh, fucking hell!
Did you not see on the post on Instagram? So I've got these, right? I've got these lights, right?
Oh, around your TV. Yeah.
And then
I thought you were saying you had ones where it's like connected, and you walk in and go, turn on side lamp.
But wait, it's getting close. So basically, I've got the lights on the TV, and as you've probably seen, it scans the colours on the TV.
We've lost him,
look,
guys.
Right,
he's fully dove head first.
Okay, this is the last thing, and then I'm going away from AI and technology, right? But, right, okay, so it scans the colours on the TV, right, as you've probably seen, and so like something red happens on the telly, and
yeah, and it makes it stretch out onto your wall with a bit of glow and stuff. Right. For Stranger Things, I imagine that would be fantastic right now.
Mate, unbelievable. The first thing I tested it out on was that Master Puppets solo from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
you know where he's on top of the caravan,
Eddie's
right, with the red lightning going, and I was just sat there like, oh my god. And
you
the
feel
next
like a kid
thing
again.
that I did was go on Amazon and buy more, right? So the thing is, now they're all hooked up, including, here's the kicker, the best thing, my Christmas tree lights, right? So my Christmas tree lights. So now, when something flashes red...
This is not what the little baby Jesus would have wanted, Connor.
When something flashes red on the TV, the whole Christmas tree goes like that. It's so sick, man.
Oh, you're the biggest loser ever. And it's so gimpy, but also sick at the same time.
I remember my dad came in, and I was watching something, and he just came in and was like, what the fuck is this? And I was showing him, and he was like, do you know what? He was like, I was going to laugh at you, but I've been watching it for like 5 minutes. I don't think I'd ever leave my living room.
Yeah.
He was like,
you've made it too entertaining.
He was like, it's so immersive, like the colours and everything. And he literally has asked me for Christmas to get him a set. So there you go. So that shows how great they are, you know. Yeah, honestly, like that compared, I've got Dolby Atmos now as well, a home theatre system.
You're soon gonna get like a rumble bar under your sofa.
No, but I've got a sub, like a massive sub.
No, but
well.
I mean literally like
with this sub,
the DualShock controllers or whatever. You stick a bar under this.
Oh yeah, I mean this sub that comes with this. Like I've got a Sonos. Dolby Atmos theatre system, and it's completely wireless. It's amazing. And basically, I bought.
We could have spent money on a Rodecaster, but you've just been buying fucking DMX Christmas lights.
Right, but here's the thing, right, is that I was watching, funnily enough, a new series of Stranger Things. Have you seen it? Have you seen the new season of Stranger Things?
Yes, I've watched all 4 that are currently out, yeah.
Amazing, right? And you know, I watched it when it came out at 1 a.m. in the morning, right? So I was watching it like...
So you burned through all of it?
Oh yeah, all of it, right?
4 hours of it.
So it gets to 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning, right? And I'm watching the final one. And I was obviously, you know, no spoilers, there's a big action scene at the end, obviously, right? Loads of stuff going on. Me just being that engrossed in the lights, the cinema, not realising it's like 4 a.m, right? And I've got this Dolby Atmos system on like
absolutely
90,
pumping.
Right? And
you've lost your hearing a little bit over the last 2 hours anyway.
And it just occurred to me like, fuck, like
the neighbours
next door is probably like, what's going on? Because the room was shaking. Like I could feel the explosions in my throat. It was like
there's just like a big portal to the underworld opening up in your front room.
It was so good, but like it got to the point where I was like I don't want to go to the pictures anymore, like to a theatre, because I was like, you've got it at home. I've invested a lot of money in all this stuff, but now I'm just like, if I watch it, because obviously I've got an OLED TV, it's like one of the best TVs you can buy.
Connor's been spending all of it.
I say, I love technology.
You've made stuff at home.
All of my money is technology. Like literally everything that I buy is technology. That's my thing. You know, I don't drink that much. I don't. You know, I'm not really that bothered about cars or anything. Like, you know what I mean? You know,
unless it's getting your Jaguar.
I'm past my Jaguar stage now.
He's not.
I am a little bit.
When this car breaks down, you'll think about getting a Jaguar again.
I might, but I'm leaning more towards Lexus now. I'm not going to lie. Because Carlos...
I'm surprised you're not getting a Chinese one.
Carlos has convinced me about Lexus, you know. Because
you're going to get a Jaiku. That's what you're going to get.
Possibly. But then who knows? Because maybe AI will be driving us everywhere soon. I mean, they're starting driverless taxis down in London, and I seen the first driverless delivery van in Liverpool. I actually seen a driverless delivery van the other day. Yeah. You know, the electric scooter things... Voi. Voi?
VOI. Yeah.
VOI. So yeah, they've started rolling out driverless things, and at the moment, I think they're on test where there's still someone in the passenger seat just in case it all goes to crap. But but they and I think what they're planning on doing is they just driverless. They come round and collect the things.
How could they get a fallen over scooter in the back of a van?
Robots, maybe. I don't know. I've got no idea, but obviously that's what they're trying to do, which makes it so funny. The guy sat in the passenger seat and he's just on his phone or whatever, and it's like,
basically training a robot to take his job.
Realize that
it's literally actively taking your job 100%, right now,
and it's like, but what are you going to do? What are you going to actually do? Like, there's nothing you can do.
You have to adapt. You just have to adapt. You have to learn how to use the tools as they present themselves.
My final tip before we have a short break to anybody, now that I've got all of my AI ranting out to myself.
He's not.
My final tip to everybody, genuinely, is if you want to not lose your job and end up on universal credit in the next 3 years, I would say, genuinely think it's going to be that fast.
You are starting to sound like the Conservative government in 2018, 19, where they were trying to retrain taxi drivers to be computer coders.
I'm not saying retrain. What I'm saying is two things. First of all, make AI part of your job. I'm doing it now, right?
Or do a physical manual job.
Because this thing is the truest thing I've ever heard. AI won't replace you, but somebody who's using AI will. Because they can do the
your
human
job
side
3 times faster.
3x output.
This has actually been a sponsored advert by
thanks to ChatGPT
for sponsoring the fucking episode. Hey guys, hope everyone's enjoying the episode so far. Please remember to go and follow us online, TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Like and comment on this. You can book us for any private parties, events, weddings, whatever it is. Drop us a message on our socials. Come see us live. We're playing every weekend around the Northwest. Let's get back into the episode.
But no, 100%. Like, I think everybody...
Not an ad. Hashtag not an ad.
Genuinely, I may look back in 5 years and be like, Connor, you were nuts. What were you doing?
You drank the Kool-Aid.
You know what I mean? Like, I might be currently trying to advertise the Terminator and the end of the world. I don't know. Maybe we'll be at war with them soon. But I've made friends with them, so I'll be okay. I'll be protected.
You can be the little pet. You can be the little organic pet.
100%, as long as they give me 10% access to their advanced technology, But yeah, that's my takes. This was like I like this because we talked about AI a couple of episodes ago, but I feel like I didn't go
You've
fully.
Learned more
I feel
recently.
like I didn't know as much, and I feel like I didn't fully go into like a lot of stuff that.
I know what your brain's like as well. You latch onto the next idea.
Oh yeah,
that you have, like the next fun thing, the next like.
But I think that's also because I genuinely believe that I have ADHD.
I think you might.
I mean, AI said...
You make me feel like I don't.
AI said I've got ADHD.
If you say that to anyone who's got any clout in deciding, medically whether you say yes or
going
no.
Into the doctor.
Am I AA?
You imagine going into the doctor and being
I've been speaking to ChatGPT a lot.
This is what I've got. And the doctor's like, no, it's not. But my AI said it is. And you're wrong. Anyway, a big thing about ADHD. I was going to say AI DHD. That's going to be a thing soon. A big thing about ADHD is you hyperfixate on certain things.
You get a new hobby and it becomes an obsession.
I absolutely do this. Where, I always have my overarching thing of music and stuff, which I always do. But I definitely...
You get new hobbies. It's a hobby thing. I do it all the same. I got into fucking whittling this year.
What?
Whittling.
The hell's that?
The opposite of AI. Making stuff out of wood.
Oh.
Whittling.
How are you finding that?
Pretty good. I'm making my mum something for Christmas out of a piece of wood. She asked for it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It's very tangible. It's very real worldy.
But this is what I mean.
made. I don't know where it is, actually. There's a little fox I made somewhere.
Have you seen these trends about people buying retro games, video game stuff? 100% on board with this. I am trying to source a Nintendo 3DS right now. And CEX want like £120 for one or something.
They'll be refurbed in good nick though.
I think so, but this is what I mean. I sound like sort of like almost polar opposites. One thing I'm like the future AI, and the other thing I'm like, oh, but these like retro things.
But it's like you've been saying that you're trying to use a little bit of some of the automation to give you more time to do real things.
It makes me crave vinyl,
tangible,
vinyl records. Like, I mean, I've got Spotify, and yet, why am I going to a shop wanting to pay £30 for a record?
It's completely different.
I almost bought the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Howard Shore soundtrack on vinyl the other day because it was in Waterstones, and I was like, oh my God. And they want 50 quid for it.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was contemplating paying it.
It's kind of like the difference between taking a shower and having a bath.
Yeah.
Listen to stuff on Spotify is taking a shower, listen to a vinyl's having a bath.
They
still both get you clean, but it's very different.
It's almost like you say, the soul thing. It feels like real tangible things just connect with you more, because that's what I mean. Because I have got like, when I'm driving in the car and the music's just on in the background.
Your AI 80s slop is on in the background.
Like, honestly, I was listening to Love Story, Taylor Swift, AI, like 80s.
Pantera version.
It was so good. But anyway, so like,
Romeo, you were throwing pebbles.
But then what I'll do is, if I've got an evening off, right, and I've got nothing to do, is what I'll do is like no screens, all screens are gone. What I'll do is I'll go in. I've got like a little sitting chair,
as opposed to a standing chair.
Yeah. I've got a little sitting chair in the corner of my bedroom, right?
A cook chair.
And it's next to my bookshelf. And on my bookshelf, I've got vinyl player, a couple of records, whatever. And I will literally like light a few candles, right? And I'll literally put a record on, like nice chilled record, and sit and read a book. And it's away from technology completely. And it's like, so that there's two extremes, and I think in life soon there will be these two extremes where you'll have like these real, it's like digital analog argument. It's like you're going to have these very analog environments where it's all, it's all very real, tangible, like, stuff. And then you're going to have like these other places, which the inner cities or wherever, where it's going to be like everything's digital, everything's, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I love both. I genuinely love both extremes. But I love them both literally to the extreme. Like, I'm hyper fixated at the minute on technology, AI, all the stuff that can do. But I'm also definitely starting to explore other things that maybe I wouldn't have done like a couple of years ago. Like to get away from there's only so much you can stare at a screen. There really is before you start to. It's not even.
I get into a trance with it.
Yeah, but it's not even like I was watching, Andrew Huberman.
Yeah.
So I was watching like.
Oh God, I've lost you. Yeah.
What?
Oh God.
What?
I can just tell a little bit that you're falling into so many wormholes.
Why?
Just like
what?
It's not far off Gary V. It's not far off Diary CEO.
Okay. But the thing is that like,
are you waking up at 4 a.m. going, who's going to carry the boats? David Goggins, let's go. Not yet.
Well,
where does physical exercise come into all this, Connor?
Well, this the thing, right? Physical exercise, right? AI, right?
Oh,
the thing is, no, right? So you can get a custom ChatGPT that is a personal trainer, right? And I have worked with a couple of personal trainers, and I've also had friends who are like qualified and whatever that have helped me, right, over the years. And every time I've gave up or whatever, or they've been too expensive, not necessarily too expensive, I just don't want to pay it, you know what I mean? Because
the value's different for you.
Too busy buying LED lights and stuff. So the thing is like, however, like now, 2 seconds. Hi, this is me. I'm Connor.
Gives you a full 6-week plan, all your meals, all your calories.
All done. And then it goes, oh, by the way, like, we've recommended these meals. You want me to make you a shopping list for the week? It's done. And then it's like, okay.
And then can tell you where's the cheapest to buy all those ingredients.
Yeah, here's the schedules for your workout, right? It does it in 5 minutes. You know how much money and how long it would take a personal trainer to do that.
It's hard. It's
But
really
you
hard.
know, when the human bit comes in, again, human connection.
Motivation
when you're
checking in.
the gym.
Motivation
Because
checking
if
in.
You've got,
Tailoring.
if you've got a robot going, come on, Connor, come on. You know,
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, that's not going to work when you've got David Goggins going, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? That's where the human side comes
Can still
in.
come in.
And it's like, so again,
Use the tools.
So personal trainers, all that admin side that they do currently, I do think is going to slightly shift. I mean, they know more. But do they know more? I don't know if they know more. I think they won't make as many mistakes as AI does, but I'm not sure in the knowledge base, because I'm pretty sure now, like, GPT-5 or something's supposed to be more intelligent than, like, a lawyer, sort of, like a graduated lawyer in terms of law, but it still makes mistakes.
It still makes weird, obvious
100%.
mistakes.
But for the most part, when I think they tested it on the bar, and it got, like, a 97th percentile or something, and on
ChatGPT-5 couldn't pass the bar.
As in, sorry, like a 97%, 100, like how good it was. Like it got 97% of questions correct.
That's what I mean. Could it pass the bar?
Yeah. It's already done that, like ages, like that was ages ago. But this is what I mean. Is like I used it to get out of a parking ticket a couple of weeks ago.
That's the best
Liverpool
use.
City Council,
Trying to fuck the council.
right? And the best thing was, right. So I was parking a loading bay doing a gig, right. And what they always do is they come round and go, you're not loading, and it's like, we observed you for 10 minutes. No, you didn't. You didn't observe me for 10 minutes. Like, and the thing is, if you're loading a PA into a venue, there can be times you're gone for more than 10 minutes if you're setting something
Or if
up.
it's a lift and someone else is waiting for the lift. Or...
So anyway, I get a couple of parking tickets parked in loading bays, right? And it's so funny, right? So I put it into ChatGPT, right? I even uploaded the pictures from the council's evidence into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT spun me this email.
Can you imagine the person on the other end of it knowing that you'd use ChatGPT?
And it was like...
And it's like some little old dear in the office and the council like putting a glass and go, what's this?
It literally come back. It was like, according to the Road Traffic Act, something like
written out in the best way possible.
Literally, like, was like as if I'd literally hired the solicitor to get me out of this parking ticket, and I literally got an email back off them 6 weeks later saying, in this instance, we're not going to further pursue this
because you sound mental.
So I was like, there you go. I use it for all that stuff as well, personal training. I'm not saying it's not professional.
Connor is now a cyborg.
Don't do like legal advice, like proper legal advice.
Or like real financial investment
just
stuff.
accidentally ran someone over. Can you help me get out? Like, don't do that. But in terms of shall we say, like, civil matters, in terms of law,
normal life,
it definitely can do all that. I mean, there's nothing that I've found it can't. My mum's a florist, and she runs her own florist business. And normally for years she goes, Connor, can you show me how to do this? Connor, can you help me? What should I write for this post and whatever?
All right.
The other week I goes, oh mum, look at this. It's like it's called ChatGPT. Like, all those questions you normally ask me. Type it in there, and like she types it in there, and now she's not.
I haven't heard from her in weeks.
She doesn't ask me nothing, and the quality of her posts is like, you know what I mean? And it's like, there you go.
You go knock around on a Sunday, and she's having a cup of tea, not with you, but with her phone propped up, chatting to ChatGPT.
Yeah, well, they use my parents use the voice chat thing, right? And it's so strange hearing someone have a when you're out of context, and people are talking to.
That's your mum, by the way.
Yeah, literally, people are talking to the phone like it's a human.
Like a kid,
and it's like,
please, can you tell me whether?
And it's like so strange.
Do you think it matters whether you're polite or not?
Oh, I think not now. The thing is, these things have got memories, and when they get so sufficiently advanced,
the problem with that is I've told Alexa to shut the fuck up so many times.
Oh yeah, I think Alexa's okay because Alexa doesn't have a working memory. So
surely it'll have like trigger words and stuff, though.
I mean, potentially, but I think it's just these LLMs, like the large language models, they basically absorb everything, and which is why it's not a good idea to give it too much personal information, because even though it's just going into the void, the thing is potentially
I've got hacked and there was a way of figuring
somebody
out.
with the right prompts could get it to tell it could get it to tell them
Someone else's
personal
personal
information that you've put into that thing, you know. So I will say, like, in that regard, there's a bit of a safety railguard that needs to be put in place, which I think Sam Altman from OpenAI has said that he is currently working.
Yeah, but it's like when they first brought out some of the imaging models that you could do whatever you want, and that was to get the hype up. But then they quite quickly made it that you can't emulate someone's face, and if you try and put someone else's face in now, that has changed with the Google Neo Banana or whatever it's called. They now don't give a fuck
100%.
again. But the first ones that got really good, like I don't know, a couple of months ago, where you could do anything, they quite quickly changed it so you couldn't actually do someone's likeness. Because if you put one of me in, it would actually not try and make it look like me. It would make it look close and then deliberately move a bit left to make it not look like
the thing is that these you know, the image to video things are pretty scary, man. Because I've used them loads, and what I will say and this is a serious note, even though people might find this funny, but it's not funny. Like, this is actually like a serious thing. Is me and someone else, a female, basically were
smooth.
We were like messing about with this text to image, this image to video thing.
Yeah,
and we basically put in a couple of photos she took, which were just genuine, normal, you know, photos, nothing wrong with it. And we, with enough spamming and finding ways around the prompts, managed to get it to make some pretty, you know,
dodgy,
pretty raunchy videos, like, and that kind of worried me a bit, and I was like, ooh, like,
there will be so many people that get like deep fake. It was a thing ages ago with like celebrities getting deep fake to put on dodgy sites.
That's what I'm. But that
but
is
now it's really easy
me.
to do it with just anybody.
The one good thing about most of them we found is that not that we tried this, but they do say that they do not allow any, no matter what you put in, they don't allow any image to video of under 18s, which is great. You know what I mean?
How can they know that though?
It literally like does whatever it is they do, where they do the face detection, like it estimates the age.
But it's estimated, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not 100%, but at least, you know,
25 and under.
Not,
it's going to ID you.
Yeah, at least, you know, someone's not, you know, scooping up pictures off Facebook of your family kids, and you know, because that's a genuine concern, isn't it?
I don't know how I don't know all the things that it can do. I don't know how you avoid the
This is
negative side
why
of things.
more jobs are going to come from the AI, because there's now new problems.
There'll be like verification
There's
stuff.
new problems in the world that didn't exist a few years ago.
They're going to have to put like secret watermarks in the coding of things.
You know, the way that when they use photos in court, they can go on like the metadata of the photo, and they use that to catch people out and things. I think they're going to have like an encrypted metadata thing
with it legally in every single generator,
and that'll be the best way to do it,
because that'll be the way that you can then it's like a token, it's like fucking NFTs back again. You can tell that it's an AI generated thing, because and then every social media will have to have a thing that says this is AI generated.
Because the thing is, you can't tell something. I said I was going to do this for a project to see how gullible people are in the world right now. I was going to start a wedding musician, right? Fake person, right? And I was going to AI generate all of the content
and see how many booking requests,
and I was going to see how many booking, just out of curiosity, just to see would this actually work. Because I know Ryan, I've spoken about this before very briefly. Ryan Tedder was saying that he had a mate in LA that did it with a model, and this model didn't exist, but he AI generated all these.
Are you
onto
Uber
shoots.
Butler? We'll have to do a whole episode on Uber Butler.
No,
he's a guy who's.
I thought you meant like Uber, like
no, he's a guy. His name is spelled OOBAH.
Okay, right.
He's like a YouTuber who's done loads of different things, but he did one that you might have seen where he spoofed a restaurant and got it to the top TripAdvisor restaurant in London, and it was just his back garden and him doing like microwave meals and stuff. It's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like social engineering and stuff.
But social engineering plus the AI generative stuff is going to be wild. Like the scams that people are going to fall for.
The scams are crazy. I've had quite a few HMRC ones lately, and the thing is now is that they it's crazy. What first of all, they don't sound like scam emails anymore. They sound legit.
It's not hello, dear.
And they've got like AI generated logos and everything, which all look legit. And and honestly, like sometimes now the only thing you can really look at is the domain of a link it's sending you to see if it's a genuine sort of like government domain.
Or like if you get a message from any company that says you need to do this, log in to it separately, not using any of the links or anything from that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like go to their .com website and then do their sign in on their website as a separate thing.
100%.
Because then there'll still be a notification in there that you need to do something if it's real.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like you get HMRC, you need to log in to pay some tax, and then you click a link and you log in into something that looks like HMRC, and you pay your tax through that, and then it's just some guy.
Oh, imagine someone's doing that somewhere.
Yeah.
Aren't they? That's insane.
There will be a number of people that happens to in the UK this year. There will be a number.
Apparently, I read that banks put aside millions a year that they just put aside because they know fraud. They're going to lose to fraud, and they don't care. They just put it aside and whatever.
Well, it's like if you buy
crazy.
something on a credit card and it doesn't turn up, you get the money back off your bank.
Right. Yeah.
Like they'll try and chase down the guy who scammed you, but I bet you more often than not they don't find it.
Well, apparently that's why the best thing to do, which I do regularly,
large purchases on your
is
credit card,
use large purchases on credit because you can
Yeah,
do a
FCC
charge back
protects
straight
it,
away. But yeah, I mean, this has been a very tech-heavy podcast. How was your Spotify Wrapped?
Terrible because I use my Spotify for work.
For playlists.
So like Ed Sheeran, Perfect, or something.
My top listened to album was like a playlist. Like my top playlist was like wedding classics or something. What was your average listening age?
56.
Okay. Yeah, I think mine was around.
But it's tricky because you can't really take any of those as.
Yeah.
I almost want to have two separate Spotifys, one that's a personal, one that's a work.
They listen to me. Hello, I am Amelie from YouTube's HR department, right? We are pleased to offer you a part-time work from home role to support your business expansion. They will pay me 300 Great British pounds a day with a guaranteed monthly salary of £10,000. Does that work out? I don't think so.
30 days in a year, yeah.
25 days per year paid leave. Add me on WhatsApp and receive an £8 bonus with a really dodgy looking link at the bottom. I'm telling you, man. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Literally on air, getting spoof texts and shit.
It's gonna accelerate all this, and the good guys, like whatever, Apple, and I mean, I'm not sure they're good guys.
The good guys,
but, you know, the main companies that provide these services,
visible,
they
large companies,
Google, Apple, blah blah blah, Samsung. They're gonna need to.
There are going to be 100 companies that you have never heard of that are actually more at the sort of coalface of all of this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they're going to need AI systems on phones, watches, whatever, microwaves, you know.
It came in a few years ago on phone calls where it says suspected spam.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
Yeah.
It's just more.
I have mine on
like
block, like where it just sends.
To be honest with you, unless I'm
mail.
expecting a phone call.
Yeah.
I often if I don't know a number.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'll let it ring out. They'll leave a message.
Some of them are like from
back,
different countries and everything.
For a while, it was spoofing something. I would get loads of calls from a number that looked like my number.
Okay.
So I think they were trying to trick you into recognizing them. I recognize that number. I'll answer it.
Clever.
But it's the first 5 numbers of your phone number.
Right. Okay.
So it'd be like 07 and you'd be like, "Oh, I recognize that," and you wouldn't think about it. You'd answer it.
Right.
And if you become an answerer of unknown numbers, I'm sure this is the thing.
Like a database
that
thing.
You are an answerer rather than an immediate cancel call.
I think this is the big Excel spreadsheet between scammers.
Yeah,
and they're like, this one rings out, this one answers.
Yeah, there must be.
Yeah, there's got to be. It's crazy, man. You know, I bet you they're using ChatGPT to make them as well.
We are dusted. We are absolutely dusted.
Where are you playing this weekend, though?
nice pub gig weekend after a weekend of doing a couple of long weddings last weekend.
Oh, how did they go?
They were very good. Thursday was really nice.
Yeah.
I did afternoon drinks, evening party, and then quite nicely got to dip out at about 10 o'clock, which is really nice. Hand over to a DJ, and I've kind of had my big 100%. Moment. I can kind of pack down and leave. I like that. Mm-hmm. Saturday was long and also made longer because I'd gone out in Manchester the night before till about 2-3 in the morning.
You did. Yeah. Seen your little video of Linger or whatever. Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah, unreal. But I made my Saturday a little trickier by being a little bit spacey on Saturday morning and waking up in Manchester and having to be playing in a church on the Wirral at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. Ooh. So that was tight and long, and by the time I'd finished Saturday went really, really well. They were absolutely loving it.
Nice.
And they're very, very easy to work with people. Mm-hmm. But by the end of that Saturday night, I was very ready for bed.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's given me a nice bit of contrast for this weekend because I'm playing basically back in all the pubs this weekend. So I'm playing Voicing, OBK Wilding and Blackstock as my evening gigs tonight through Sunday, and I've got 2 of those Birkenhead Market gigs. This will have come out already next week, so those will have been the gigs that have just happened, but I'll post on these stories and stuff.
Nice, yeah. I'm kind of the opposite because I did quite a few publics last week, and now I'm just privates all week except for Bar 361, up to 361. Have you seen that guy on TikTok that goes like, "Go the Wirral"?
Oh, go the Wirral. Oh, yeah, when he walks through the tunnel and he gets like a weird nose. It's so good.
But he reminds me so much of Swindo. I'm sorry, he does.
No way.
The way that he talks is so identical. It is a little bit. It is.
I will stand behind Swindo all day.
Yeah, no, okay, but a little bit, you know. But yeah.
Oh, what's happening, lads?
That's what every time, like, as I say, that I think about where I'm playing now, and I'm like,
go the Wirral.
Yeah.
Hey, the Wirral owes you fucking nothing, mate, this year.
I would move here in a heartbeat. Like, I will say that.
What a plazzy scouser we have over here.
But the thing is I am genuinely was, obviously born in Liverpool for Zackley, and
never been to Lime Street.
And yet well, yeah, okay. I have now. But the thing is, like I say, I owe a lot to this place in terms of like
the Paradise Peninsula
because it has changed my entire job from bars to private. Most of the privates I got in the beginning were over this side. And then that has now expanded, and fair enough, now I'm doing a lot of privates my side as well now. But that's only happened because I managed to do so many privates. You've now got the experience,
you can film 100%. The work over here, prove you can do it, get more work.
That's what I mean. So, I definitely owe a lot. But yeah, I mean, so this weekend I've got, I'm in Maghull tomorrow doing a private birthday party. Maybe a 30th or 40th or something, I think. And then I'm in, where's the private on Saturday? In Bromborough. 955. Yeah. And then on Sunday, I have got a christening in Birkdale. Yeah, Birkdale.
And then up the Wirral.
And then I'm back over, you know what I mean? So as I say, yeah, it's pretty easy going. Last week, like sort of opposite to you, was mostly public gigs. I did one private in Liverpool City Centre, and it's the first time I've played in Liverpool City Centre in 5 months, 6 months.
It's always a bit mad, isn't it, when you're trying to find parking again? You're like, this is why I hate playing in the city.
It was so weird. Like
where were you? What venue?
In One Fine Day.
Oh yeah,
Little Leaf. And it was great. The only thing that was weird about that one was I got there and it was one of those like things where like I didn't know who booked me.
Oh
like,
no!
And I couldn't
guess the groom.
And I was like,
guess the groom.
I was looking like, where is she? Where is she? I couldn't see her, and I ended up having to resort to message her like, "Hi, I'm not really sure who you are." That's what I said, and she come over. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like I've just seen
it
your
must
message.
happen. It must happen.
I know, but it was great. Had everyone dancing. We had everyone up doing Dignity, all that
That's
stuff.
been going on. Have you got any? Okay, last little thing before we touch on any new tunes in the set that have been going down well.
Yeah, I've got a few.
ChatGPT assisted. Connor is AI assisted now.
Yeah, I've got. So sick.
Neo.
What a so good. Yeah. What else?
Gotta change my answering machine.
Oh, mate, it's so good. Like, I'm trying to do a little. I'm trying to, like, going from that into, like, Redbone and that. Trying to do a bit of, like,
Interesting guitar
R&B,
thing. Yeah.
mashup thing. Do you know what I mean? There's some guy called, like, Jesse something online. And he does all these, like, R&B mashup things. And he sounds so good. But they sound even better on nylon strings. But
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And honestly, so good. I've been starting doing You To Me Are Everything. Because it just goes off all the time.
There are just some cheat code songs on there.
Yeah, as I say, more or less it, really. Just like a couple of little
Extra tags and stuff.
Yeah, little transition sort of things and stuff. I'm thinking of doing some Backstreet Boys, you know.
They'll go off.
I think so.
Westlife, Backstreet Boys.
Brackley does Backstreet Boys.
Bit of Ronan Keating.
I'm thinking the end song, right, is like, the end of the road, and I can't let, you know what I mean? Like, Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe not. Probably not.
E17 for Christmas.
Yeah.
Stay another day.
My new one this week, obviously, Fairy Tale in New York, the greatest Christmas song of all time.
Yeah, that was getting played this weekend.
How do you tackle the issue of the second verse or whatever with the weird controversial lyric?
Look at the people in the crowd and guess whether they're likely to say it or not.
Okay, fair. But what do you say if you're not going to say it?
I don't know. I think it depends what environment you're in. If you're in a kind of like it's all going off bar or whatever, you just sing it. That's the lyric. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If I'm playing Birkenhead Market,
Yeah.
and I want to play that song, I might not say that in front of kids in the market.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Well,
I personally think keep it as it is. That's
the
how it
world
works.
is so weird. Like, you know that song,
Excuse me.
that I really can't stay, baby, it's cold.
Oh yeah, that's rapey as fuck. What's in this drink?
So people were saying
Tell me what's in this drink.
we should cancel this song because it's very like
Predatory.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm with you. I
There's
understand.
I think in that song there's a twinkle in both the singer's eyes about it. It's like, I need to go, but I don't really want to go.
Yeah, okay. I understand the lyrics are a bit controversial.
I think they're just a bit clumsy. I don't think they actually mean dead rapey
The
stuff.
thing
It's
is,
just clumsy.
we're saying we need to cancel this song because it's a bit rapey, right? And then you turn on Radio 1 and you hear, H or whatever going like, oh, like your mum's wet, whatever. Like, and it's like, I got a minute. Like, but I'm just like, hang on. Like, so
Is that his new one? Yeah.
No, my point is that we're saying cancel these older songs because the lyrics are a bit controversial, but the songs that are coming out today, the lyrics are far worse. The one bit of advice I will give you for the Christmas market, though, for your gig tomorrow is
Keep it chilled.
There's a girl called Karen, right? This is genuine.
She's called Karen.
This is genuine, right? So when I got up there last Friday, I played the same market and met the sound guy. Really nice guy. He'll be the same sound guy for you because he's doing all of them. And he's a really nice guy. And I was the first ever person. Just want to say, I was the first ever person. So we were going off. We had nothing to go off.
Figure it out, volume-wise, what's
So we
cool,
got on, got the sounding good, all this, right? So the sound guy gets it. We're sounding good. We've got the kick rocking. You know what I mean? Like,
Lasers.
I say rocking. I don't want to do this guy any disjustice because we're all at levels, obviously. The PA didn't have the best bass response, which is
just little tops.
Yeah.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, but they were like Sub-Zero. speakers.
Okay.
So, like, you know, look, like, they're still, whatever, they get the job done, right? You know,
How much did those speakers cost? Sub-Zero.
I don't know. Like, I think he said, yeah, got them off Temu or something. But, like, the thing is,
Got them from the market that morning.
maybe, yeah. But anyway, so obviously, like, they, you know, the thing is, for all I know, the guy could have some massive kick-ass PA at home, but
Yeah, it's a market gig. This isn't the biggest
100%.
gig you're ever
So
going to do in
anyway,
your life.
So the bass response was not great, to the point where I was using my kick and it was going and I was like,
it's not
ugh. So anyway,
I actually think I might play my nylon string
you'd be
tomorrow.
better. You'd be better.
And just chill it.
Anyway, so I get up and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Loops a couple of things, and I'm playing some mad solos. I wasn't. I was playing some, like, you know,
Little twiddly bits.
3 pentatonic notes on repeat. And yeah, and anyway, so I had, you know, whatever, it was rocking. I was like, so says the sound guy, boss, sounds great. He stands out the front because there's no monitor, and he's like, okay, that sounds great. So, all good. Then the sound guy goes somewhere. I don't know where. I think he went to go and look at the rain because it was lashing down, right? So he went to go and look at the rain. This is just before I'm going to start, and this girl comes over, like, not girl, woman, older woman. She comes over and she says, hi. She says,
I run one of the stalls.
she's like, yeah, whatever, I'm from the stall over there. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah. She said, listen, it's too loud. And I said, I said, I need to convey the way she said this. She was like, it's too loud. And I went, okay, I get the sound guy because I'm not doing the sound. I get the sound. And she went, no, you're not listening to me. It's too loud. And I was like, okay. She was like, I can't hear a word that the customers are saying. And I was like, oh, I've just said
Is
I'll
that
go
because she
and
had no
speak to
customers?
I was like, I'll go and speak to the sound guy and stuff like that. And she said, okay. She said, couldn't you make sure you turn it down? She was like, and then she said, like, something all that. Anyway, walked away. She literally didn't even say thanks or anything, just like walked away back to a stall. And so I told the sound guy, and he was like, oh yeah, he was like, that's Karen. He was like,
literally called
Karen. He was like, she's here every year or whatever. And as I say, I think
there are some gigs you do where it seems all like a good idea on paper,
yeah,
and then in practice,
but everybody, the customers, were loving it. And
that isn't necessarily the point. I had a beer festival this year where I've got a video from behind me where I posted, because I'd got slightly soured by similar thing happening.
Yep.
I posted a video that was a time lapse, and I put before I start playing, after I finish.
100%.
And it's an empty room and then a full room of people singing Don't Look Back in Anger.
100%.
And that for me was like being a bit of a bitch posting that video, because there was a similar thing of I was kind of taking over too much in the room, but it's the thing of know who you're booking as well.
100%. You know, it's like if you look on either my or social media or whatever, I don't think there is like a video there might
There's
be
a couple deliberately aimed at getting afternoon drinks from weddings.
The majority
parties.
of the live content, though, like, it's different recorded, but the live stuff you can see, it's like boom, boom, everyone's like, and it's like, what? So, like, why would you book? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you wouldn't book, like, you know, well, maybe not a Avicii.
I was going to say, but you wouldn't book a Saturday night middle of town club DJ to come and do
that's what I mean.
Morning radio or something.
Yeah, that's so, like, this is the thing, like,
that's why tomorrow I might just play my nylon guitar,
I think,
and do
honestly,
nice chilled 2 hours.
100%. I think it'll be the best thing. And you're on with Danny Jones as well, aren't you? Like, around there, so he's going to be doing a similar thing.
Beautiful mode.
So yeah, I think so. I think it'll go down well. That's just
Did
my
you have
only
a break?
advice. Watch out for Karen. I did have a break. They allot you like a 15-minute break or something like that. They said, you can go and look around the market, and I was like, I just didn't, to be honest, because
I'll just sit here and have my cup of tea or something.
Yeah, because I was that cold. That
I'm going to take a flask full of tea as well.
My hands went red, and you know when you're playing the guitar when you're cold, and it's like you start to feel your fingers stiffen up, and you're like, oh, and it got to the point where like I was struggling to play like an F because I was like like, you know what I mean. So the last like couple of songs I did was just like literally very standard, just G D C sort of things because I was like, I can't play a B or an F or anything. I couldn't play Angels. That was out the window. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's a really good. Besides that one issue, it was a really good gig, and the stage is cool. It's a nice raised stage.
I think I'm gonna take a stool, and I think I'm gonna play my nylon string guitar.
Yeah, I wish I could. I genuinely wish that I could sit on stools for some gigs, but I genuinely can't. I know people always laugh at me when I say it, but I actually won't sit on a stool ever again after what happened in McCooley's. It's a genuine fear because. That
have you tried my stool?
So much. Maybe no.
Because it's not as tall as bar stools.
Right.
It's an in-between size stool.
Okay.
So your feet are still on the ground.
Yeah.
Your feet are still flat on the ground.
I've tried one other time in an Irish bar and they had a stool. And I tried and the stool was solid, right? It was a dead solid stool, no rocking or nothing. And when I was sat on it, placebo effect, it felt like I was going to fall off because I'm that scared of it happening after the McCooley's thing. Because obviously, as everyone can imagine, I'm not bothered about falling off a stool. I wasn't even bothered about the fact it broke me guitar and phone and dignity. It was more the fact that it was so embarrassing that I just thought, why would I ever want to potentially put myself through that again? So now I just stand up, you know what I mean, and whatever. And obviously the amount of pedals I've got as well.
That's what I mean. I've deliberately got the stool that I've got because it's low enough that your feet are planted that you can use your feet to play your pedals.
Okay.
And for some gigs like Voicing Tonight or whatever.
Yeah.
Or start a wild in on Saturday. I won't stand up. I'll sit down.
Yeah,
and then if I need to stand up, it's easy enough to get rid of on stuff.
100%.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to invest in a little stool.
Potentially.
Because there are some gigs where it's way more appropriate to sit down.
I know, and I love it. I love sitting down. You know what I mean? I really do. I love sitting down at gigs. I can play better. I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like
I can use my pedals in a different way.
Yeah. I feel like I can concentrate more on playing lead stuff and that while I'm sat down and things. But as I say, it's just something I really need to.
Basically, I'm just trying to get a modern version of the same video of Connor falling off a stool somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
You can try my stool at Claremont next weekend.
Yeah, but Connor, here's a stool.
Just loosen
a few things. There you go, Connor. Yeah.
Right, that'll do for this week. It's good to be back.
We
will get a Christmas special sorted at some point as well.
Lots of guests. We've got,
you have to think about the widest camera angle you could
potentially
possibly
looking at Danny Jones. We're looking at Brackley. We're looking at Carlos. Sorry. As I say, potentially more. Who knows? We'll see what we can sort out. Yeah, amazing.
See you next time.